This was kind of a fun ride here. Rob and Sarah from the Curmudge Inn were out, and they had never gotten to do this. They only get to do, being kind of stuck there on the railroad tracks, they don't really get to come out as much. So we didn't have anything big planned for this day, so we had the opportunity. I'm like, let's go for a ride. And the Polaris six-wheeler, the Big Boss 6x6, was a perfect ride for those two. Phyllis is on her TRX or Trax 300, and I am riding the brand new to us TW200 by Yamaha, and it is a 2024. So I apologize for seeming a little bit rusty on it here, but I had maybe 20 miles on it, but not enough to say that I'm proficient. The road, they had built this road just a couple of years ago, and apparently they used whatever slimy stuff they could find to make it out of. I've never seen it in this bad of a condition before. Maybe it's just a springtime thing as the frost is going out of the ground. But it definitely proved to be a little bit of a challenge for a little motorcycle. But I will say that the fat tire on the back of the TW definitely affords you some pretty nice traction. And Rob and Sarah pretty much had a blast. We're heading out to a particular lookout that I know of, and you've got an outstanding view out there, and we've been pretty busy in our normal just living lives right now, so we haven't been doing lives very often. So we wanted to head up there and do a live event. And why not? Give me some good experience on the motorcycle. It was at approximately this point that we realized that we didn't actually bring the pork chops, which was the main course of that afternoon's meal.
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Did you remember the pork chops?
No.
No? Pork chops?
All right, we're all having beans.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to drink lunch. Yep.
Liquid punch.
Hey, there's gonna be fruit in it, so it's
Hey.
a salad. Extremely healthy.
It's a fruit salad.
Fruit salad.
A little bit of hops and rye and
Maybe we'll see a rabbit or a bird.
You can tell by the way we're dressed here today that it was not that warm out. Probably lower to middle 40s. So we're definitely dressed for the occasion. This road surface gets particularly slippery though, which had me a little bit nervous, and it took me a while to trust the TW as far as the traction that it would provide with that rear tire. It actually did a really good job. I may opt for something a little bit more aggressive in the future. And here I take wrong turn number 1. Boy, does it get slimy back here. There's still a little bit of snow and frost coming out of the ground, so it's a little slick. But I will say, this little bike really, it handles it quite well, I'd say. It's not very heavy. It's not very powerful, and it's not very fast. But what it is is really a easy bike to ride in situations like this. You know, where if you were to accidentally lay it down, it's not the end of the world. Kind of like a full-grown mini bike that just so happens to be street legal. Use first gear quite a lot on this little motorcycle. Kind of looking forward to taking this out grouse hunting in the fall. I think there's a lot of places we could go with this that even with six-wheelers it gets to be a bit of a challenge just due to tightness of space and trail types. Although I don't think I'd recommend trying to cross any kind of rivers with them, which the six-wheelers do quite well in that. Yes, I did seem to have a bit of a struggle finding first gear at the right moments on more than one occasion. See the moose tracks on the right side of the road. I'm not sure if that's the moose that we ended up following down the trail, but they were very fresh. And the trail is just opened up, so there hasn't been really any vehicle traffic other than side-by-sides, so and four-wheelers, so you'll see a lot of trees and stuff still down over the road. But with a little bike like this, it sure is nice to just scoot right around them like nothing ever happened. I don't have a chainsaw with me, otherwise I probably would have cleaned that up properly. There's a lot of little trails that go off to the side here, where you can get all the way up to the top of the mountain. But seeing what the road conditions were, I opted to not try that out. Now this, you see I'm following moose tracks down here. This is when I did find the proper trail to the lookout. Little bike handles are great, it's kind of fun. The seats on the firm side, you do a bunch of miles and your butt's not going to be happy. But yeah, you see how slimy it is right there. And here we are. We made it to the lookout. What a beautiful view.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show the camera. Wow.
Spectacular. Now,
What a ride, Adam. This is nice. Yeah. You want to rock? Huh? No. Okay, flat rock right there next to you.
Now this I've not done since I was 16, dating Bob, and he with a truck, and he and his brother dragged me through trails like that. But we didn't have this to finish. We had to stop when the trees were too close together for the truck to get through.
Yeah.
Now we had to back up.
There's lunch.
Well, it'll be a big
Well, here we are. We made it to our destination. We got a little fire started. You warming up, Sarah?
Yes,
Oh, let's stand there.
just the little fingers.
Yeah. There's 2 cups. And Phyllis, bartender Phyllis, is going to try to make some brandy old fashions, the Wisconsin way here. As long as we have all the ingredients. We're also going to have pork chops, but ask Phyllis where those are.
On the wood stove.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, we're keeping them safe at home.
Yeah, except for the dogs.
That's good. So how'd your little 4-wheeler do?
Good.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
still got a little bit of a carb issue with that. Rob's first time on the 6-wheeler.
Yep, and it was a blast.
Awesome.
Oh,
And we took the T-Dub on the first actual ride. Yeah. Gets a little bit slimy out here, and it gets exciting. But we made her. I didn't get stuck. And it's hard to tell behind us here, but that is a view of Sleeping Lady over there. And if this were a clear day, we have a mountain range all the way around us. Beautiful. Buds are just starting to come out. Yeah, this is a cool camp spot. Woohoo! Fires. Huh? Skeeters, yeah, we got some skeeters. Lots of moose poop. Apparently, this is where the moose come to camp too. Moose poop everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of wrong turns, but it was a good time. Good time. And we're getting set up here. We're going to do a live from up on top of the mountain here. And yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. We'll, on the way back, I think I'll wear the camera so maybe you can get a sense of how busy I get.
I think they saw it because
Oh, yeah.
it was running.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
It was running
on
all
rock.
time.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. Ooh, look at that fire. Baby's taking right off. Very nice. How we doing there, Miss Phyllis?
Somebody else coming.
That's fine. So how's this going, Phyllis? Is that a proper muddling?
well, we'll have
Utensil?
to ask Bridget, but I mean,
Seems like she had something more sophisticated
a little bit. Maybe even a little cleaner.
than my bear hunting knife.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
The alcohol will kill anything.
probably. That looks delicious.
I know, I kind of want to chomp it right now.
Yeah, I don't like brandy at all, but in an old fashioned, it is absolutely something to behold. It is
Sarah, have
delicious.
you had an old fashioned before?
I've had a regular old fashioned.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
don't remember anything this fancy.
No, this is the Wisconsin version. Surprised we don't throw some pickled eggs and some.
no, gross.
I mean,
Not with cherries.
I don't know.
Ew.
There you go. Always lick off the hunting knife.
We're not supposed to be sharing the recipe.
We're not.
Oh, she said.
I don't know. There was no volume on it, so I don't.
Oh,
know
I
that-
actually talked to her on the phone.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm more important than you are.
Apparently.
These might be a little strong.
This is what it's about up here. Doing this kind of stuff.
Well, it is afternoon now, so it's.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's not even noon, but it is. We're good.
Doesn't matter what the clock says.
True.
This is
No, we don't have wet wipes. I'm really sticky right now.
Little boat, good gets flies back and forth.
There's that one
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
And there
Alaskan
were-
Homestead, no.
No.
He's a heavy set guy.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both.
they're on an island.
Yeah,
there was
they're on an
no
island.
room
They're
for
supposed to be
building
coming.
outbuildings.
They said if they come up interior, they're going to come up and see us. And
Oh,
I
yeah?
chatted with him for a while.
Oh, nice.
The other one, I know you guys don't really watch him, Boss's Swamp, might be coming up here too.
Okay.
That was his old.
He's from my area.
Not as old as me.
Joe's only 62. He's only 10 years older than me. 11 years older than me.
Really?
Yeah, he's young. It's the cancer. The cancer look at him. Sorry, I got you on video out there using your saw as an axe.
You saved our lives.
Pretty much.
Yes. They are pretty.
Oh God, that's not bad.
Not too bad. Definitely tastes the brandy.
Is it a little strong?
She's eating the orange.
Yeah, we don't have pork chops, so we might as well use some oranges.
Oh my. Dessert.
That is good.
Okay, so at this point we're getting ready to head back. And, yeah, travel that slimy trail back again. And while this is not a proper review of a TW200, it is my initial thoughts. Is it the fastest bike Yamaha ever made? Most certainly not. With a naturally aspirated 196 cubic centimeter air-cooled engine packing 16 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and a whopping 11 foot-pounds of torque, it is definitely not the fastest. Well, is it the best? No, probably not that either. What it is, though, is just a simplistic, easy to handle, useful, and fun to ride little bike. For all of you people with your overly stimulated neurons and the motorcycle's got to be Bluetooth connectable to your phone and adjust the ride height and have GPS. Yeah, it's none of those things. I would say this has a cult following. There's multiple pages on Facebook and other groups that provide anything from aftermarket headlights to racks and such for it. And it's fun. And it's not a $20,000 bike that you're afraid to take anywhere and get a scratch on it. If you do lay it down, it's not the end of the world. It is not what I would recommend a street bike, although it is street legal. It has, some people have told me that it has a top speed of 65 miles an hour. I seriously doubt that. And if you do, you are at probably about 11,000 RPM. And you most definitely will blow seals out of the motor at that sort of RPM. But doing something like what I'm doing today, or loading it up on a boat and taking it up the river to Rob's place, that is doable on this bike. It doesn't weigh that much. It seems to absolutely sip fuel. And it's just a darn fun bike to ride. The MSRP was $49.99 with delivery charges and this and that, always being more in Alaska. It came out to $5,400. So when you see these listed up here for $7,500, he bought it and he's trying to turn a fast buck. And sometimes they get away with it just because they are so rare, hard to get, and very much sought after.
Oh, better. It's the vibration and all the soda. Sorry, did I get you?
Yeah, I need
I wish I would have got you going through the mud hole. It looked like you had fun.
There will be some additions going on here, such as rear rack, panniers, so I can haul a gun boot, and most definitely some bark busters and some heated hand grips. The only downside of today is I did get chilly, both my feet and my hands, mainly my hands, and I had, you know, full leather gloves on. Phyllis and Rob, however, they had none of those experiences being on quads, and they both have heated integrated hand grips. I had none of those. So this is just on our way home. Zooming down the roads. Kind of a really nice day. It was a long trip, but it was well worth it. We try to stay off the blacktop as much as possible, just because it's really hard on the tires and tends to eat them up pretty quickly, especially on Phyllis's quad, and they're expensive. So we ride the dirt where we can. You can see the mud being thrown off the tires on the six-wheeler. The oversized tires, in order to run them, you have to run 1-inch spacers in the front, which sticks them out a bit.
You sissy! Said you sissy! That was fun. That was a good day.
Phyllis,
Huh.
so we made it back home.
Yeah.
No crashed bikes, everything's intact. Did you have a good time?
I did.
You did? Good, good.
The pork chops are not dead, so that's
So,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Rob and Sarah, you guys' first time doing this? What did you think?
Oh, we had a blast. We loved it.
Yeah.
We got to do it again.
Yeah.
Definitely do it again.
Kind of nice to ride on a wheeler when it's not for work.
Yes.
It's,
Yeah,
Not doing
that's-
chores.
right, right.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know if I'd would have wanted to take the side by side up that.
we have.
Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah, would it be as bumpy though? Is it? This thing rides smooth.
This thing rides.
The side-by-side ride's good. Not as good as a six-wheeler.
Yeah.
A six-wheeler, I don't know what it is, but they just, they're pretty incredible and muddy.
Yeah.
That's the other downside of these bigger tires on the front. I had to put 1-inch spacers so the mud misses the fenders.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
Looks
surprised.
like you got Sarah on one sleeve.
Yeah, usually the rider ends up, yeah.
You two need to go potty so I can let the monkey.
Yeah, look at that. You can almost see exactly where Sarah sat on the seat there. There's no mud on there. Oh, that's perfect.
Inside. Go on, Ruby.
Okay. Yeah, we got to let the other doggo out. Well, cool. We ended up, let's see, when we left,
40 miles.
When we left, there were 32 miles on here, and now there are 62. So we did 30 miles.
Damn, I'm good.
So that's cool. And there's a lot more places to go out there, and probably we could ride for 4 hours and put on 5 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can listen to
All right, guys. Well, we want to thank you here for joining, taking the TW200 out for the first time. There'll be more reviews on that. And have yourself a blessed day.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye, too,
Love
from
you,
Phyllis.
bye, yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Sarah, too.
And Sarah.
Yeah.
Bye.
There you go. Okay. Now we're leaving. Bye.
Okay.